I would say, yeah, just competing each and every day against my teammates kind of prepared me to come out and play calm and mature as I did out there. So I feel like that would be something going forward that you can expect out of me.
And a quick follow up, you probably had an idea you were going to get in that rotation with all the changes. How do you not allow yourself to get too excited or too pumped up when you know you're going to get that opportunity?
Just got to continue to work and just build on what we're doing here and just continue to get better as a team to win games. So it's just never too high and too low. You just got to keep yourself level headed because there's each and every night you're going to see a good team. So you got to just bring it every night and not be too high or be too low.
Very good. Thank you.
We'll go next to Chris Solari.
Hey, AJ, I kind of wanted to. What was the priority going into this for you in particular? Was it getting the ball moving? Was it attacking north and south? What were the biggest points that coach emphasized to you in taking that role on?
The biggest points was ball movement, of course, not having it so stagnant, and also getting out on our break and making it easier on our wings to get easy and cheap baskets, like for Aaron, for Josh, even get some hitbacks for Joe. It was kind of just moving the ball and getting out on our break.
We'll go next to Stephen Brooks from 24/7 Sports.
Hey AJ, I wanted to ask you, what did before the Nebraska game, the handball games you got into there, 6 or 7, whatever it was? What did you learn in that first stretch that sort of helped you once you got that first start? And obviously your minutes went way up in that Nebraska game, but those first games, what did you learn about your first college experience and things like that?
I learned a lot from him. I learned that the pace is different than high school. I learned that you got to bring it each and every night, no matter who you're playing, if it's conference or non-conference. So it was just a lot of things that I learned that helped mature me to be ready to go in the Nebraska game.
And how do you just evaluate yourself in that Nebraska game? Obviously, it was your first and only start to this point, a lot of room to go and everything. But just how did you think you did the other night?
I would say I played solid. It's a lot of more things I could pick up on, defensive things, watch film, and get better at a lot of the other little things. But other than that, offensively, I would say solid. But defensively, there's things I got to pick up on.
Got it. Thanks, man.
We'll go next to Matt Charbonneau.
AJ, it seemed like the other night, obviously you didn't have a ton of minutes before the last couple games. It seemed like in this game the other night, even as a freshman point guard, you never really seemed overwhelmed by the moment. It never seemed too big for you. Did you feel comfortable right away, right from the beginning of that game?
I felt when your teammates feel comfortable in you, you have no choice but to feel comfortable in yourself. The guys were kind of giving me words of encouragement and just helping me get ready to prepare for playing those minutes because I haven't in the games prior. I say the team helped me a lot, keep me level-headed and keep me focused and ready to go.
And what about, I know you talked a little bit about what you got to improve on. What about in terms of your playing time, how long a stretches you can go? Do you feel like you're improving in that sense and conditioning and all that so far?
Yes, I would say I'm improving. There's always room for improvement in that area. Can never get too comfortable in that area, but there's more room for improvement. But I would say as of right now, yeah, I feel comfortable.
We'll go next to Kyle Austin from MLI.
Yeah, AJ, I want to ask a little bit just about your conditioning too, because I know you missed a little time in the preseason with the injury, and coaches were on you to change your weight a little bit. At what point did you feel like you were kind of hitting your groove as far as getting there on the court and feeling good out there?
I would say I was kind of feeling good a couple weeks after I came off of surgery, getting back to feeling comfortable with my knee and things of that nature. I just felt like I had to improve on the conditioning. I didn't take no time off from conditioning when I was out, wasn't practicing, so I felt like it was just in competing each and every day in practice the way we compete here. So I guess it kind of helped me going forward in the game.
We have time for a couple more questions. We'll go to Audrey Dahlgren next.
Hi, AJ. The point guard position is usually an extension of Tom Izzo on the floor traditionally at Michigan State. And so how have you embraced that role, or what have you learned in your first start from, starting at the point guard position, and just what added responsibilities have you maybe taken on since?
I learned a lot. Learning a lot, being a freshman here and starting a point guard for the first time. It takes a lot of responsibility, getting guys in spots, saying things that he needs to be referred to, the players on the court at the time, being extension to him, like you said. It takes a lot, especially playing point guard here is a little different than the traditional point guard spot anywhere else. So I'm kind of still learning a little bit, but I felt like I kind of picked it up a little faster than some.
How have you seen that then? You say it's different than other places.
It's just the way we do things here. Running on the brick all the time, pushing, getting the sets, making sure being vocal, kind of like leading the team on the court from his standpoint because he's not out there with us.
Chris Savard.
You mentioned, AJ, about the defensive aspect, and Coach mentioned that as well the other night. What things in particular do you feel like are that you need to do a little better? And I guess on top of that, what challenges do those Rutgers guards present for you guys right now?
I would say for me on the defensive side, not getting caught relaxing, ball watching. And the Rutgers guards, I feel like they bring an aggressive attack towards us, so we have to be ready to go and ready to defend from the get-go and just be ready down in our stance the whole time for the whole 30 seconds.
AJ, thanks for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.